Okay, now the decks for alphabetical. Alright, here is Alister's deck. This is a deck that we've made for him for his Orichalcos one. Now the Orichalcos players, they're just... the whole tournament is basically going to be based off the anime. It's not going to go card for card from the anime, mainly because most of their cards don't exist. Valen's entire deck doesn't exist. So we're going to use his Deskbot deck. It's really the only option that we have, but anyway. Alister, 2 Cyber Soldier of Dark World, Oni Tank, Overdrive, Science Soldiers, Backup Warriors, Cypher Soldier, Dinetherium, Fiendish Engine as well. So most of these cards I think were in the anime. Search Striker and Spell Counselor. And we're having to double up, just there's not really any option. Unless we just take one out and just add a random machine card or something, which takes away from Alister's deck. Now that can do tokens, that's why that's been added. Emergency provisions, that gets a machine monster back from the graveyard. Again, machine monster. There's very... now Raigeki, there was a card that Alister played which destroyed all the monsters on the field. I can't remember what the card was off the top of my head, but that's why Raigeki was added, just to emulate that effect. And of course, just these regular help cards and support cards. Seal of Orichalcos, Terraforming is used to draw that as well. And just your regulars here with these three. So that's the deck that we've made for Alister. Now the one for Yugi is right here. So we're going to forget about the 40 card. This one's got 45 cards. Eye of Timaeus is in, along with the fusions. Arcana Knight Joker has also been put in as well. But the main addition is Eye of Timaeus. This deck is very similar to the Battle City deck, although Swift Guy has been added. That wasn't in Yugi's Battle City deck. So there he is, Catapult Turtle and Breaker. Of course, I am keen for the Yugi and Weevil match to see if we can get Breaker the Magical Warrior to the field and we can attack Weevil with it. So yeah, it's basically based pretty much off his Battle City, along with the cards that were added for the Waking of the Dragons arc as well. So, alright, no more chat, let's get into the first match, which is Yugi taking on Alister. Alrighty, it is time for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Seal of Orichalcos, also known as, of course, Waking the Dragons, to be shown here on the channel. So we're starting off with Yugi going up against Alister, and we did just have a look at both of their decks as well. So we are starting with a knockout tournament, which will have all of the players. All of the players took part in Orichalcos except for the one, and that is Bakura. The reason why we added in Bakura was because he's sort of like the main antagonist in the very last season, so it made sense to have Bakura in it, if that makes sense, to just sort of pay that nod that he was the main character bad guy. And there were also 15 players, and to constitute an even number, especially for a knockout tournament, multiples of 8 worked best. So Bakura made up the 16th, so Bakura will take part. We did think about Mako, we did think about Bandit Keith as well, but then Bakura, and we were like, it's got to be Bakura. So here we go, Alister and Yugi. Yugi has started off with Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Alister did play Royal Decree, and Science Soldier has bitten the dust. So it's a best out of 3, and the winner advances to the next round. The loser is knocked out. Kind of like a pre-season. We do it at the start of every season. Mainly one to just do a final test of the decks, just to see if we do see anything that's not quite right, or maybe an issue. Whether or not one of the characters might be missing their profile picture or something like that. But no, we're pretty confident. We're pretty confident that we've got everything pretty good. So Seal of Orichalcos season is dawning upon us. So a tournament like this only takes about 2 weeks. Now, there is a little bit of a double up with audio on this video, and not in the voice, it's just in the game. It's like there's two audio and they've got like a very split-second delay between them. The Adobe Premiere Pro was removed or uninstalled and then reinstalled, so there must be a setting or something that's done it, because it's also bounced off a separate audio file as well, which is the same as the game one. So there must be a setting box or something that hasn't been ticked. Gamma the Magnet Warrior has come to the field. It's not really causing a problem, it's just a little abnormally. And Search Striker's destroyed. That destroyed the Giant Soldier of Stone when it was face down. So Search Striker is actually a very good card. It goes to defense mode though when it uses that effect. It can just destroy a defense monster without any issue. And Monster Reborn from Alister, so he was ready. He was ready for his Search Striker to be attacked. In defense mode, he's brought it back at 1600, and he'll be able to knock off Yugi's Gamma the Magnet Warrior, only at 1500. And Yugi is probably hoping to get the Summon Skull to the field there, but his deck isn't looking great now. He's got a handful of high-level monsters. He's got the Eye of Timaeus there. Let's hope we get to see him use it a few times, because it is an unlikely use to get that to the field as... Monster Reborn. Great draw from Yugi. Now, it is a Monday. The weekend did go by. How good was SmackDown? For WWE fans out there, I am so keen for Mania, and it's less than like 3 weeks now. And there we go, Monster Reborn. And now Summon Skull's going to come to the field. Where was I up to on comments? I remember them. There we go. Okay, so Alister's got a bit to do here. He's staring down Summon Skull, and he's gone defensive now. And to his end phase, Yugi may be taking back some advantage here. And it's a brain control. So Yugi can activate this. He can take control of Alister's face-up monster, and he could summon Buster Blader. He could also summon Jack's Knight as well if he wants to keep Summon Skull, which would make more sense. Alright, Crimson Maelstrom says, when I played the story duel with Valon, he had Deskbot monsters instead of his armor cards. We've decided to go with that for Valon. We're going to use that Deskbot card that was built for him here, because literally Valon's armor deck that he used in the anime, it just doesn't exist. They're just not actual cards that were printed in the game, which is very strange, because it was a very cool deck in the anime. But so yeah, we're going to go with these Deskbots. It's really the only option, unless we just come up with some sort of random deck for him. And Cypher Soldier gains 2000 attack when battling a warrior monster. Just like that, smack, bang, and can do a lot of damage. Atada 1008 says, there was only one duel of the poisonous snakes. I managed to defeat all of the Duelist Kingdom and GX with my Venom deck. I actually quite like Felonius's deck. Very tactical. I like tactical decks that don't just rely on beat sticks, which is why I made the Ultimate Troll deck back in the day. Sukowski 1978. Yesterday drawing Mirror Force 3 times a game. Today the AI goes nuts on you. Such is the AI. That was for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype episode. Episode 1. That was with that Buster Blader deck that Alister uses on this game as well. Yeah, it's one of the challenge decks, and yeah, the AI, they will draw on those challenge decks, they will draw the exact cards they need to get it to function, which obviously isn't a thing for us as human players. Alister, he activated emergency provisions. He pulled back 3,000 life points, but he's got rid of Royal Decree as well, but it's not like... Yugi does have Spellbinding Circle, but Alister is running out of points. And he's run out of monsters too. Moon Wolfie says, way to go chum for winning the second and third duel. Strings actually put up more of a fight than he normally does. That Chum and Strings match was actually really good. I reckon we're going to see some really quality matches for Chum and his Battle City run, so we're going to keep the GX characters doing the Battle City run to sort of keep those characters recurring on the channel, and do Orichalcos characters coming through now, and for a third duel for a day we'll do an Archetype. The Archetype today is going to be King of the Skull Servants. That deck is fun. Like, that deck is really fun to use. And, well, maybe Alister should have kept Royal Decree. I mean, he still couldn't defeat Summon Skull, but it would have only... I think it's only Karibo that Yugi has on the field. And polymerization for Yugi. Oh, he's got Berthamut. Berthamut's effect will pull Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, so Yugi could get his fusion here. Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. Moonwolfie also says the AI not being a pain in the ass is rare indeed. That was for the Yugi and Darts. I think I might have done a match after that as well. And Moonwolfie says 2-0 for Chum, and he flattened Loomis and Umbra. He did. He absolutely destroyed Loomis and Umbra. I do believe Bakura, Yugi, Kybermai, Odium, Mako, and Arcana could give Chum a hard time with their stronger Battle City decks, yeah. I reckon Chum will probably go like maybe 10-6, 11-5, something like that. So his opponents will get harder and harder, as Yugi is very close to knocking Alister off for this first match. Emperor Pikachu says, way to go Chum. I see Chum going 14-3 or 13-4. It'd have to be 14-2 or 13-3. But a 3 or a 4, if Chum only loses 3 or 4 matches, that's actually a really good run for Chumlee. Like, that is him, like, outperforming. Okay, Alister's lost the first match, and I was about to say, that would be Chum, like, just about outperforming Jaden and Rebecca and Alexis. Maybe they should have done more with Chum in the season. His deck is very, very cool as well. Okay. Alright, so what they did do here, they took a switch off the dock and put the other one on. And the switch that's off the dock for this game, the Joy-Con, one of the Joy-Cons is really, really stuffy on it, and it like keeps disconnecting and stuff, so there may be split-second delays here and there, but been meaning to get new ones. Usually Boboy 4231, that's a new name as well. Spot GBA, new great color stage. Oh, that's the story duel for Valon and Joey. Yeah, the good thing about doing the story duels on this, we do get a change of scenery. When it's versus, I think the game only gives us this one. Unless I'm missing something in the settings, I'm sure this is the only one we can do for versus, which is a shame on this game. And the only other comment that I have was on a Donkey Kong Country short. Treetop Town. It's one of the first stages from World 3 on that game. I passed Donkey Kong Country, the original. I passed it on the Super Nintendo as well, 101%, and you get the special flower. There's a bonus stage where you get one chance. You got to pick the barrel up and you got to jump against the wall and slide down to open it. If you just throw the barrel, it'll end the bonus round. It's like one of the most ridiculous secrets in the game because like no one would ever think to do that. Okay, now, not gonna lie here, Alister has not got a good hand. Oh, that can be special summoned. Alister, okay, he can actually get Spell Canceller to the field. And Spell Canceller is actually not a bad card. Blocks all spell cards. If Alister had Royal Decree and Spell Canceller on the field, it would just be a battle of monsters. So he'll still be able to get over Giant Soldier of Stone. Yugi does have 3 face down cards, so that's got to be worrying at least. But Alister, really nothing else left. He's going to have to go for the attack. I don't really see any other option. Otherwise, I mean, he can't leave Giant Soldier of Stone on the field. Yugi's got too many good monsters that can be summoned, and Magical Hat has been activated. So, Light of Intervention was one of them. I did miss what the other one was. I was looking at my phone, but Spell Canceller went in for the attack. Now, even if Alister got that right, Giant Soldier of Stone wouldn't have been destroyed. It may have just been instinct to attack there. Or unless there's... Sometimes having monsters flipped face up is beneficial as well. Certain effects and all that, but... So the match after this one will be Chumley going up against Esperoba, and after that we will have King of the Skull Servants do battle as well, and Archfiend of Gilfa is now on the field, 2200. Alister's already down a game, and it's not looking good for him. It looks like Yugi may take this one. I mean, Alister's got 2 emergency provision cards. He's got D-Spell. There's Royal Decree. Wow, Alister nearly had both Spell Canceller and Royal Decree on the field at the same time. And Alister basically, he has no option other than to use emergency provisions to try to boost his life points. Oh no, okay, he didn't select Royal Decree this time. He's decided to keep that on the field. Alister's deck doesn't have a lot of trap cards, so him having Royal Decree out is only going to benefit him. Block Yugi's Mirror Force, his Spellbinding Circles, his Mirror Force, his could block Light of Intervention. It could also block his Mirror Force. I really hope it blocks his Mirror Force, because I just want to see that card get blocked, cancelled, de-spelled. But now with the Magnet Warrior and now Archfiend of Gilfa on the field as well. Oh dear. Shard of Greed. It's looking worse and worse for Alister. To be fair, he has really pulled a bad hand on this second match, but can Yugi finish him off on this turn? 22 and 17 is 3,900, so Alister might get one more card here, but I don't think it's going to do much good for him now. But we will see him again. Maybe he can get some wins against Darts. Maybe he can beat Raphael. There's a Jackson Knight, and it would say, yes, this one. Well, Alister will get another turn, and he's drawn the Seal of Orichalcos. And Alister plays it, so Alister is like, you know what, just take my soul. He throws down Seal of Orichalcos as an in, just like, I know I've lost this match, but here, just take my soul anyway. Ah, good fun. Well, Yugi's going to win this one. It was a... unfortunately, Alister didn't draw great... Oh, Swift Guile. And there it is. Yugi takes the first match and he will advance. And he will play the winner of... I will say in a sec, I just need to pull it up on my screen. He will play the winner of... That's the Battle City card. And Yugi will play the winner, which is played tomorrow, between Darts and Rebecca. So, yes, Rebecca Hawkins is going to make an appearance. I know she has been a very popular character as well for people to watch. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Hope you're going to enjoy the Orichalcos duels to come as well. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.